Who boy, I love recording a 5-minute long intro and then realizing everything about it was terrible, so you should really restart it. Spoilers, I'm restarting it. Hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone, my name is Shannon Elshook, and welcome yet again, but for the first time for you, to episode 2 of RWBY Volume 7. No, that made 100% sense. I should just say the words and get along with it. Anyway, yeah, we're here for episode 2, A New Approach, and I'm super fucking excited. I am. Like, the first episode was such an absolute blast and an unexpected, heartwarming adventure. I mean, it's always an expected heartwarming adventure because I love everybody, except for when it's really, really sad, but that's a whole other thing. And again, I may have cried, but that's a whole different, it was happy tears, leave me alone. Yeah, no, like, again, for the longest time, there's always been the wonder if Penny was ever going to actually be able to come back, if that was, number one, something that was going to happen, or if it was even something that was going to be possible to happen. And yeah, man, it was crazy to actually see it and being like, we're fucking here. Our girl is here. She back. My heart. There's actually one quick thing I do want to talk about in relation to that, because it does seem, from what I've seen, most people are pretty on board, but there's obviously always going to be some people who don't get things, or just it doesn't land for them, or whatever the case. But there is one thing I do want to kind of dispel, just because, or just give my opinion on it, because it's something I see a lot, and it's something I think is really not, like, I don't get it. And it's just, some people, for some reason, tend to get the impression that in an event like this, Penny coming back now makes her death meaningless. I don't feel that way, even kind of a little bit, and I think the biggest reason is because the past 3 years of show that we've been watching still happened, and happened as a result, and had things that took place that built off of that. Like, all of that stuff still happened. The trauma still happened to these people. The way it changed them and influenced them to grow and make new decisions and do whatever the case may be to forge on in their path, that still happened. I don't know if you understand how human beings and the concept of time works, but it's a little more complicated than you seem to think it is. Like, if you're say, like, your brother or sister dies in front of you horribly violently, even if you find out a year later they're okay, that year you're dealing with that is fucked. You have to deal with that. Your life becomes irreparably changed. Even if they came back a year later, like, holy shit, I was actually alive the whole time. You'd be like, what? You died, and I had to do all this shit, and this happened, and I've been thinking you're dead for a fucking year. Like, that still happened. So, like, it's something I've never understood. Yeah, like, if it's like a fake out death, if it's something that happens, like, oh, and then like the next episode, they're like, I was secretly alive the whole time, haha, fooled you. You're like, oh, well, then it's not as bad. Don't get me wrong, there's still that same level of, or there's that same kind of thing, just much less because it's so fucking quick and small. But that, again, it was a whole year. That was 3 fucking volumes for us. Like, that's an impact that still had on everyone. It doesn't matter where we are now, that still happened. Human beings and time are more complicated than you seem to think they are. Again, most people seem to be fond of this, but there's just a couple people I've seen like, come on. Use that brain you seem to be so goddamn proud of to try and make fun of other people for some reason. I'm so smart, I figured this out. But if it's well, if you were, you'd fucking think about it for 5 more seconds. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't like to pick on people. I don't like to be negative, but people irritate me. Again, don't get me wrong. This does mean that she is around again. That's definitely a thing. But it's more complicated than that. It is with any kind of thing like this, and I've never, ever understood that sort of thing. As someone who's experienced, not like a death, but who's experienced a loss like that, to have it ripped the fuck away from you, even if that person comes back, all of that shit still happened, and everything it does to your head still happened. I still have trauma because of what happened in my family, even though I eventually got my family back after a few years. Still fucked me up a lot. So, like, it's one of those things where use your brain. Anyway, I'm sorry, and if you ever say the words, it's like Volume 3 never happened, get out, because one thing out of about 70 is not everything. I got my bit session out. I just gotta do one for Pokemon later, and I'm so excited. I'm not at all. Anyway, so that was the thing. It's 10 minutes. Okay. Wait, no. We already did. There was a 5-minute intro, so this wasn't as long as I thought it was. Anyway, the point is, let's talk about other things. Again, I'm sorry for the diversion. It's just people irritate me. Anyway. So yeah, Penny is back. It's fucking great. I love it, and you do too. Along with that, again, we got to meet Pietro. I'm super excited about seeing more of him. He seems like an absolute fucking sweetheart. I love him to death. Please don't kill him, or I will be sad. Please, even if it's just it gets sick because he's got a cough. Don't. People just cough sometimes. I made a really gross cough in the first intro that didn't work. I'm not dying though. Why does that not just happen more in fiction? People just cough sometimes. Doesn't mean they have to die. Anyway, so hopefully he's all good. Because I like having him around. Also, again, stay fun away, and I'm excited to have him back there. And it's more of a ahem, but what you get my point. I'm not dying. I'm dehydrated. Anyway, point is, I got to meet him. We got to see Ironwood and Winter a little bit. They're looking snazzy as hell, also very tired and extremely paranoid, so that's fantastic, and I can't wait to see more of that, and I suspect we'll get some sweet tasty Ironwood in this. Hopefully it'll be positive, but I don't know. That man is a bit of an enigma of and I like you, but I wish the best for him. Anyway, so there's that. We got introduced to the Aesops. I'd like to point out that I don't think it's a fucking what am I trying to say? I don't think it's a coincidence that they're named the Aesops, but I kept saying it as in like Aesop's Fables Aesops, even though it is technically Aesops. I'm just saying, in a show where everyone is based on a goddamn fantasy fictional character, grim fairy tale fucking thing, it's the Aesop's Fables thing. Point is, I didn't really catch that until afterwards, and I'm like, oh, I stand by what I'm saying, but I'm just saying I do know what that actually is saying. Point is, we got introduced to them. Seemed like an interesting bunch. Clover seems like an interesting fellow. The leader boy, I'm interested to see more of him. He has my precious lamp. Why would he take that from us? Jin, baby girl, don't listen to him. We still have one more that we need to use. Don't let that motherfucker say anything to you. Anyway, we got that. We got introduced to a drunk racist who Weiss quickly disposed of and put directly where he belongs. It's another thing I saw people get shitty about. Like, you relax. Point is, it was hilarious, and Weiss is best girl, and get over it. Anyway, so there's that. And yeah, they're all under arrest. So that's fantastic. But it looks like they're going to be making their way up to Atlas. So, small victories. One thing I did want to point out, too, is after getting to see other people talk about the episode last time. And I hope episode 1 is out for you guys by this point. It isn't out yet for me. It's still blocked. Hopefully it will get unblocked and it'll all be good. But yeah, so if it's not out by this week, I don't know what the fuck. But hopefully it should be out fairly soon after me recording this. I'm recording this the day after the episode came out, so hopefully, yeah. Anyway, the thing I want to talk about is, again, after recording the episode, one thing I did notice was there was a lot more about the lady who we see in all the posters and who's given fucking Ironwood the like, you bearded bitch look in the opening and stuff, whose name I don't think we know. It's, again, from the looks of it, could have been something related to Hill or something like that. But anyway, point is, again, I pretty much just kind of went like, I don't know who that is, but I bet it's cool. It definitely does seem like she is some sort of a representative. It's like Pietro makes references to representatives in Mantle having issues with things and stuff like that, and she seems to be really kind of, she seems to be like that person. There's talk of an election with her picture on it, so I would imagine that is what's up with her. She is a representative or is running for a representative thing, whatever, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say. Doing that, and so yeah, it seems to be an important Mantle political leader-y person. She's running for mayor, and she's having none of Ironwood shit. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting from her, and I'm definitely more excited to see a little bit more from her. And by that I mean literally any, because we haven't actually seen her herself yet. So that's what. Okay, so let's go. The only things I would like to point out too that I think are interesting is we didn't see anything about in like the openings, we didn't see anything about Mama Schnee. We didn't see anything about Klein. And we didn't see anything about my sweet, tasty fucking 2 scoops of ice cream. Or Le Fire Throwing Beach. So I'm interested to see what's up with that. I'm curious if like Neo and Cinder might take a bit of a seat on the back burner this volume, or if it's going to be, if they will be showing up and they're just, you know, not advertising them around as much. Who knows? They could literally show up in the intro of this first episode. I don't know. But this is the second episode, not the first. I'm in a way. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and watch this. I'm excited. I have ranted enough, and I have been excited enough, so let's just watch the goddamn episode. Also, one thing I do want to apologize is for the last episode. I hope it turned out all right with everything. There was something I realized I wanted to do a bunch of screenshots towards the end, but I lost track of where I was and what I was doing the entire fucking time doing it, so I'm sure it was terrible for all of you. What I would like to try doing here, and I think I'm going to try it the next episode after this one, is I'm going to try and, instead of recording the episode and my thing separately, it's very possible that I'm going to try and record them at the same time if my computer wants to fucking handle that. Because if I can do that, I think it's honestly going to be a lot better, because that way you guys can get exactly what I'm, you know, getting while I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think I want to do. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm going to experiment with here later between this week and next. So hopefully that'll work, so you guys can see what's happening while I'm doing it rather than me just putting it in post. You know what I'm saying? That way we don't have 30 minutes of me going through the intro and then you not seeing what's on screen. Because that's, I'm sure that was a blast. Anyway, something I'm going to think about. But for right now, we're going to just go ahead and watch this. Anyway, we're going to get started here with RWBY Volume 7, Episode 2, A New Approach. En tres, dos, uno. Here's looking at you, kid. Please sync that exactly with the heh of the hair. Look at my squad, man. My fucking dude. I love these people. See, I'm dying. You do this to Pietro, I'm gonna be upset. I still need to get to listen to the song, and again, I think it's I say again, but I think the song is Trust Love. There might be a I don't know. I need to look into it. I haven't been watching it on its own. But I'm really liking it because it definitely has... I feel like it reminds me a lot of a mix between kind of like the feeling of Let's Just Live and Rising a bit, and I really like that kind of blend. I don't know if the song is my favorite, but the opening itself, like that, the visuals and everything, is easily my favorite. Like, it's really, really, really fucking nice. Like, I really like it. There's just a lot of good visual touches and just stylized choices. Like, I really like it. This motherfucker. Yeah, this lady. I want to see. What do you have as a weapon? Because it looks cool. You know, it's just like this stuff. It's and RWBY is fucking looking really good. Baby girl growing up. God damn. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Point is, absolutely. That was the whole point. Is absolutely. Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Where do you think they're taking us?
I'm gonna go with jail.
I still can't believe that fishing pole guy took us out like it was nothing.
Welcome to Atlas. Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops? Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
They're not that big of a deal.
Hello to you, Mr.
Not
Person
that
Man.
big of a deal? The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen. And Ironwood.
Again, I'm definitely assuming, yeah.
So they got you too,
Winter.
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
I respect the intention.
Yes, the fight
Execution
for
really
better
needs some work.
conditions in Mantle, led by the charismatic, talented, lovely Robin Hill and her happy
Robin Hill,
huntresses.
okay.
They were all top Atlas Academy
Robin
graduates
Hill,
who could have
okay.
signed up for the military, but Robin and the Huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's
Please
gunning
catch
for
your
a seat on
face
the
in there
Kingdom's
somehow.
Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny.
Happy Huntresses.
Is that their real name? Don't you think tyranny's a little dramatic?
Let me get this boy a
Easy to
seatbelt.
say for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
Don't you
Not
talk
anymore.
shit about my girl. You leave the best of the best alone, son. You know, Robin Hill. That's paints a pic. Baby girl, you need to relax.
Don't let that fool you.
Oh, I'm so not ready to see
This is a
Douche Canoe again.
concession. It's Atlas Academy.
Yeah. It's a pretty ass academy, you gotta give it that. They have style. If nothing else, they have style. Hey guys.
I guess we will be seeing the general. For better or worse.
Yeah.
So, what do we do?
I don't know yet, but we should be careful with what we say. We'll follow your lead, RWBY.
Miss Leader, she got this shit. She put on them big girl boots in the last fucking volume like a mad woman, and I loved it. It was fantastic. You got this, son. Daughter. Damn.
I swear if I just sit through one more council meeting like that.
Yay, you're here!
The whole squad.
Winter.
Hey, sis.
Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
Also, I'd never realized that
10
they're...
seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Yeah. Tell them, ma'am. Damn. Their gravity dust. That's cool. Like with how Maria would use her weapon. That's awesome. Damn straight, son.
Didn't really convey that.
I worry about you, but you're a good man. I like you. I want us to be buddies.
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some red flags. We assumed the ship was
Penny over here standing up here like a real one.
Okay, yeah, it was stolen.
Yeah.
You stole an Atlas airship? What were you thinking?
It was real important.
How unbelievably irresponsible.
Oh.
Sorry I worried you. But we did what we had to do.
Hug her, damn it. Thank you.
I suppose I understand.
Give her all the love she goddamn needs.
That you allowed this to happen, Crow.
You try stopping these kids when they have their minds set on something. Speaking of which, we have some important information for you.
Some serious shit.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
You told them?
We just giving that information out now? This is actually something I was super wondering about too. Is
only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon. With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team.
Penny can generate an aura. Can she, in theory, become a maiden? Because I feel like part of that, like I'm supposed to be the protector of the world thing, could really play a role in that.
Until now, I believed it was
something I didn't think about until after the first episode. Now that she was back,
Oz has pushed her back, has kept victory out of her claws, but she will keep returning, stronger and stronger. Unless we destroy her.
Well, that seems a lot easier said than done,
But
son.
what about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's safe
Staff, okay.
inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable condition? What does
She's
that...
not exactly a spring chicken.
What
I
does
know
that
how this all
mean?
Recalling my military, the embargo.
Sound like an old lady,
Probably
but
don't seem the most
explain, old
trustworthy.
lady.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
I needed to ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate Atlas, and I wanted my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
It's a price I'm willing to pay.
It's only good to a
Just
point.
as you all have been
bud.
entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan. Ozpin believed the best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not isn't for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
Curious when you're gonna find out about Oscar then.
That's
Amity Arena.
Coliseum.
Where the
Yeah.
final festival is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity was built to bring the nations together, and it will serve that purpose once again.
Isn't it great? We're not going to just replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we can create a sort of satellite, out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we were to lose another tower.
Pretty sure, didn't you say spaceships, rocket ships, and stuff don't work?
You don't need the entire military for this.
I will for the next part.
Is she gonna get alien Grims? Watch it happen.
So that's why you withdrew your troops. To handle the panic that will break out in Atlas.
Yes, panic is inevitable, and panic brings Grim, but I believe we are ready. Once Atlas has come to grips with the fight ahead, I'll use Amity Tower to spread the message to all of Remnant.
But everything will fall apart.
Grim will be everywhere. You're right. But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
Trying to hide the truth from the world will eventually kill us all.
What if Watts just takes all your shit again? But you have
many lives.
A whole lot of faith in something that did not work before.
But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment. What is it?
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
Oscar here is the next Ozpin.
Oz? I'm so glad
he's
you're
not
here. Didn't think you
talking at the moment.
He's kind of, gone.
He got real sad.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash, and ever since, well, suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
Huh.
It's the worst news yet. Did you learn anything from him about the relics before?
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But all the questions were used up already.
Ooh.
Right.
So we keeping some secrets.
Ozpin told us
I
that
see.
too, once upon a time. At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General. Ironwood?
If he doesn't know that Jin has a free wish or a question.
You're giving it back to me?
After what happened,
It's risky him not using it.
I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you, especially something as important as this. For the time being, I think it's safest with the people who brought it here.
Appreciate the faith, sir.
We must work together if we are to fight Salem and win. Now, if you're all on board.
Tell us how we can help.
Good. Because getting the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy. But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
Remember, this is Atlas. While assisting the military, we will provide you with the best equipment our scientists...
Time for a motherfucking makeover.
Yeah!
So that was the second time I got banned. Then there was the third time when...
All right, cut the
You right here causing trouble? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
I'd like to sincerely apologize for the miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't intend to...
so bad, honestly. If we had known who you were,
Jesus.
we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now. And
I understand you were...
Damn, woman, you are... You break my head. You just crush it like a potato.
Questions are for the weak. But we're all on the same team now. Not that I'm happy about it.
This boy.
We just wanted to say
This
we're sorry.
goodest of
And
boys.
we're looking forward to working with you on our next mission. You might be students, but you've been fighting just as hard as we have, if not harder.
exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Not everything's a competition, Hare.
Come on, let me show you around campus.
So I have to imagine all of you... I have to imagine they're all based off an Aesop's fable of some kind. Like, it's got it, right? Yes, it does. Thank you for agreeing with me.
Yeah. You too.
You two might be sassy, but you boys. Oh. Yeah, and Iron was just scared as fuck.
That way's the training rooms.
Whole fucking
Oh,
squad.
Over there are the classrooms.
You poor fucking Yang. Jesus, Nora.
Where are we staying? Remember, you're in Atlas now. As the most well-funded school on Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough...
So we're staying in the dorms?
It'll be just like Beacon again!
She dead. Dead and gone. What's up, squad? What's going on over here? That's not... That's exactly who I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, you mustachioed fuck. What a lovely jacket, though.
A singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay mobile.
Walking around a city with 1,000 eyes.
While cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual,
Watts has zero give a fuck.
in Mantle.
See, hitting them with the watchdogs of it all, are we?
It should be. I helped write that code, after all.
Yeah, he's a problem. Like, Tyrion's dangerous as fuck. But Watts is...
We all have our talents.
What? You wanna run that shit by me again? And by that I mean I'm gonna look at that shit again. Also, hey, shoutouts, yeah, Kiersey. Again, I'm sorry that I don't recognize that name, but let's say you wrote this episode. Awesome, you did a fucking fantastic job. Anyway, I want to quickly look at this. Let's see. Oh, it's Todd Womack as whoever the fuck that is. Let's see. Clover, Elm, Marrow, Harriet, Vine. Don M. Bennett. I know that name. That's a VA, but I don't recognize a character to put that name to. Damn it. I know you, though. I see you pop up on Twitter all the time. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry. Todd Womack out here twice. My God, man. You get around. Forrest. Was that the dude in the... that has to be the dude in the that was with them in the transport. It's my fucking Eric. Fucking A. Right on. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Can you tell that I was trying? There it is. Yeah, baby. There we go. I was trying to remember what this fucking thing was. Anyway, point is, what the fuck? Where did you come out of? Because you clearly murdered the shit out of someone. That has to be what you did. That's the bloodness, isn't it? It's either the bloodness or the grimness, and either way, it's bad. That woman is strong looking. Also 2 inches taller than me. Also, hey, shouts Clover. 6'3". That's where it's at, son. Anyway. We're done. Anyway, yeah, so this is interesting. Okay, so a couple things. So now they're at the Atlas dorms. They're at Atlas Academy. We're excited. We got our little squad together in a place that isn't just a fucking random house in the middle of nowhere and/or dying on the roads. So that's always good. Or a grim infested house in the middle of nowhere. That's another thing that's not good. Yeah, okay, so we're at Atlas Academy. We got the support of James, though we are lying directly to his face, so that bodes... might explain the... him and Oscar throwing hands in the intro. That might be a part of that. I don't like it. Watts and Tyrian are both here. Watts is looking mighty fine and sassy as fuck. Tyrian clearly murdered the shit out of someone. So that's good. Please tell me you let the waitress go. Anyway, point is, yeah, so we got all that. Penny out here, both Penny and Winter both know we have our kind of main game plan, which is we want to reestablish the CCT, but in space, so that she can't fucking get to it using Amity Arena, Amity Coliseum. I always call it Amity Arena because of the game. Okay. Again, how are you going to do that? Because we have clearly established that space travel don't work. Just like, guess we don't work up here in space, so how are we going to deal with that? Or maybe that's the thing, is they don't need to, like, go beyond the stars. They just need to get some shit up into space and then just let it orbit. Because that's the thing, is they just want to turn it into a satellite. So in theory, if it cuts out up there, as long as it's fucking stuck up there, that's what they needed to do. Okay. So I'm curious to see what's up with that. We have a name for the lady, Robin Hill, and her band of merry men. Didn't she even say something like the band of happy huntresses or some shit like that? It was like something like merry huntresses. It was very clearly another reference to Robin Hood. That's interesting. Those are both very interesting, which I respect. Let's see what else we got. Again, we got Forrest, which I'm curious if that's just his name or if he's going to be relevant more at some point, probably showing up with Robin at some point. I don't know. So we got that. Watts is looking fabulous. I don't know if I said that, but it's clearly true. We got that. So far, fucking Jacques is not, aware of the situation. Winter is. Hopefully we can keep everyone at a distance when it comes to those two groups of part of that family, because one is great and the other is absolute trash. It was really nice getting to see Winter and Weiss kind of together, and I needed that. But like that and the hug between James and Crow was it felt real good, because again, like, Ironwood is a paranoid guy. He's concerning. He makes decisions that I don't agree with all of the time. He clearly is capable of making fucking mistakes. But I think he's a good guy deep down. He's kind of he's just been a bit misguided in places. And that's the thing, is like, even like fucking Oz is a good dude, but misguided as fucking places. Yeah, I hope he turns out alright. That's the thing, is I'm just worried about the dude. Anyways, there's that. Again, there was that thing I didn't think about until after the first episode, but I would like to know if that is possible, because especially since, there's this, what sounds like to be an older woman who is the Winter Maiden. We know who she is and where she is, but she's not in a great way. In before, what they're talking about is because she's fucking drunk because it's Wise's mom. The point is, so we don't fully know at this point. That's the thing. Confirmation that is the staff of creation, not the spear or anything like that, but that's cool. Still locked away in the vault. Yeah, but I really want to know, especially if it is an old woman who might be passing on at some point here soon. Could Penny take on that role as the Winter Maiden then? Or any maiden, but you know what I'm trying to say. The Winter Maiden specifically because of what we're doing right now. I don't know. I'd be interested to see that. Also, it would be nice to know what exactly is up in regards to Raven and Ty, since we last saw them in fucking Volume 5. Him showing up to talk to her, her showing up to talk to him, and him being like, "Bitch, what you doing? Come on now. You did some silly shit, didn't you?" curious about that because obviously still the Spring Maiden. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see where we're going with this. It's definitely sounding like by next episode, or at least by the end of next episode, we will be having the whole gang will be officially classed the fuck up, and I'm excited because Spiky Hair Ruby is fucking gorgeous. And Weiss is fucking fabulous. And Yang looks like a real one. And Blake is looking mighty fine with the shortness, and I respect it. Also, I want to see that weapon upgrade. I'm curious if it's just going to be more her putting her weapon back together, or how much everyone's weapons could be enhanced in any way. See more things along the lines of what happened with Jean back in Volume 4. I'd be curious to see. I would be very curious to see. Yeah. Let's see. What else? I think I've pretty much talked about all the big things I wanted to. I'm very curious to see how the Aesops go. I'm curious because I don't... It's like... It's a big half and half on like, okay, can I trust him? I want to. I definitely want to. They seem like a cool bunch. They seem like they could be some real good pals. Or it would make me real upset if they betrayed us. So let's not do that if we can help it. Yeah. I'd be curious to see how they turn out. I'm hoping for the best. At those. I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered most everything I wanted to. Yeah. Keeping all the information from James is interesting. I'm curious. I feel like that's going to be good in ways, but probably bad in others. Again, the fighting in the intro has me concerned. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to have to call it. Because I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little concerned. I'm always concerned. But I'm excited. Yeah. Anyway, we have a game plan. At least we have most of a game plan. But so does the enemy, so that's fantastic. There's a lot of bad over here right now. Again, you have Tyrian, Watts. Fucking Salem has an army of goddamn flying barangles, so that's fantastic. There's that. Cinder and Neo somewhere. Robin Hill, who don't 100% know how to feel about. James, who worries me all the time. I don't trust these people, but I want to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm concerned. And I want to know who Tyrion murdered, because he clearly murdered someone, and I just... Motherfucker, if you kill Pietro, I'm gonna... I like you a lot. You're a great, fantastic fellow, but also, I'm so mad. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed anywhere near as much as I did. It's RWBY. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for putting up with my little ranty bit in the beginning. Again, it's my favorite show, so when people say things that sound really, really stupid to me, I feel like I have to a little bit go like, but what if you thought about it? So, what if you took 7 seconds? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean to anyone, but like, come on now. Anyways, there's that. Thank you for putting up with that. And I will see you guys next week for episode 3. Again, hopefully the blog gets taken care of on episode 1 here really soon, so that you guys can get to that. Hopefully this one doesn't take too long. Thankfully, I'm gonna try to get this episode up and ready to get like disputed and stuff as early as I can. The thing that happened before is I had to deal with putting together thumbnails. I still have not made the fucking thumbnail for episode 1 because I'm fucking unbelievably torn on what to do with it. Like, this is actually something I want to talk about, is I was always worried about doing anything spoiler. Like, obviously, there's clearly a big spoiler in the first episode, and trying to be like, well, I have to put 3 fucking screenshots in there. Everything in my body is screaming, put Penny in it, And then all the other half of it's like, are you fucking stupid? Don't do that to people. And it was the thing is, there's only ever been 2 thumbnails before that last episode where I have really, agonized over trying to figure out what to do with it and worried about spoiling things. It was like episode, I think 22 of Steins Gate and another RWBY episode. I eventually felt okay enough with Steins Gate because literally everyone was fine with it, and also it was it's like a 10-year-old show. Phenomenal one too if you ain't seen it, check it out. So that was one thing, but eventually it worked out in the end. People seemed okay. And then there was last volume with Adam's face, which was something I was really worried about. In the end, no one got upset with it, but there was always a part where I was like, I don't 100% know how I personally feel about it. And that's the thing is, again, there's the week delay, how much time is not enough. I don't know. It's one of those things. So I'm probably gonna not just keep Penny out of the thing for last week. From this point on, I think it's safe to say that I can put her in there. But I think in that first week, I'm gonna make the executive decision not to risk it. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone else. That's the biggest thing. Is I want to have fun and make the thumbnail look bitchin' and give love to my girl, but I don't want to ruin it for anyone else. This is, again, it's my favorite show, and I want everyone to be able to enjoy it to the best of their fucking ability. That's some of my favorite things I've been able to do with this channel is meet people who then I fucking badgered into watching the show, and they fell in love with it. I mean, you're real happy. To the point where 2 of them started reacting to it. So I don't know, it makes me really happy to see people enjoy it, so I don't want to ruin it for anyone, I guess is the biggest thing. That's my thing. So anyway, you didn't ask, but just it was a little moral dilemma I've been having. This is once again almost another hour-long fucking video, but it's RWBY, leave me alone. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I fucking loved it. And I will see you guys next episode for more of the sweet, tasty goodness of the bestness. And until then, toodles and lemons, everyone. May the Michiru be with you or some shit. I don't know. Did that even show up on camera? Kind of. Her face was all fucked up. Point is, best human ever. Anyway. Oh my god, I need to put together a fucking, RWBY OC team, but just make it be, my top 4 favorite characters. You just put, you get Michiru. Yeah, because, all the RWBY crew is just beyond that breaking point. Weiss is, I think, 5. Point is, you got fucking, you got Michiru, Ichigo, you got fucking, Darling the Franks one. I haven't seen the other ones. Leave me alone. Bess, leave her alone. She's great. Fucking, Suzuha and Nanami. Whole squad. It'd be amazing. I'm doing it. Sexual. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna leave. I said bye 12 times. My hands smell like coconut oil because I made curry earlier. I used coconut oil. It's intriguing. Bye. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys are having a good time. I am so unbelievably fucking lost.